Hi guys, this is POLTV and you're welcome to the program Spot It Out. Yeah, Spot It Out. Well, I am Cherry Smiles and just to let you know that Spot It Out is a program that is aimed at identifying certain issues of concern around us and most importantly, making recommendations where relevant through meaningful discussions. Today we'll be discussing about banking issues, but before we go into details, we'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned. Alright, thank you for staying tuned, and the show is Spot It Out. Yeah, that's the program before you. So we will be discussing about banking issues. Yeah. A lot of persons encounter negative things or have negative experiences when they visit these banking halls daily, and that's what we're going to be considering today. You would agree with me that humans have become quite really innovative, and of course this has made the world a global village as a result of technological advancements, of which the banking sector is not left out. I must confess that the banking sector have really been helpful through the years in helping individuals and other corporate organizations securing their funds and other valuables. But despite all of this, there have been a lot of complaints in recent times against the banking sector as a result of poor customer service and others. One of these complaints is that of character challenge. Yes, people have reportedly complained about being attended to rudely, arrogantly, or even in a hostile manner whenever they visit the banking halls. That is to say that these bank staffs tend to pour their frustrations on them. Now, this could be as a result of work pressure or tension from their bosses, and sometimes even personal life issues, and these get to interfere with their mode of operation at work, which is not too good. Alright, sometimes people go to the bank to lay complaints about failed transactions, and they are made to visit the bank repeatedly on that same issue, which is not ideal. Now, recently we get to hear excuse of network challenge, but you discover that someone is going to the bank for close to a week or even more for the same issue, and you get to the bank and you still hear there's no network. What's happening to our banking sectors? What's happening with the network? What's happening with their mode of service? What is happening? Why are these things suddenly becoming questionable? Why are they becoming questionable? People are complaining bitterly. People are hurt because why? Some of these persons are coming from distant places, and then they still have to spend extra cost on transportation, which could be way out of their budget. Trust me, it could be way out of their budget. Some of them could be coming from a distance and then tend to spend extra cost on transportation, which was not actually included in their initial budget for that month or for that week. So these things actually need to be addressed by these organizations or firms, as the case may be. Another complaint is that of rejection of banknotes. Yes, you see people visit the banks and get back home complaining that, oh, these notes were being rejected by the banks. I mean, it's quite funny, you know. It's strange because before now people take faulty currencies to the bank in a bid to exchange them for better ones. So suddenly we hear that bankers or banking institutions or organizations are rejecting some naira notes, which is, I mean, it's out of place, you know. It's really out of place. People are saddened by this sudden change or actions they receive from banking sectors. Also, there have And there are persons who complain that whenever they go to the bank to, make withdrawals, they are being paid with dirty banknotes. I mean, from the bank. Like, how is that even possible? Yeah, but it's true. Some of these persons are paid with dirty banknotes. Some of these notes are even too weak that even when you are trying to count, the amount or confirm the cash that you've been paid, you are scared. Why? Because those notes could tear in the process of counting. Trust me, it is not good. Apart from disbursing, dirty currencies and all of that, one major complaint that have been leveled against the banking sector is that of biased mode of operation. Now, people have observed that bank staffs or bankers have become really partial in their dealings with customers. You see persons who have been in the bank for hours waiting for it to get to their turn. You realize that these persons are being neglected and attention will be switched to someone who is just coming in simply because that person would give them tips. I mean, other persons who have been queuing are humans too, These persons are human. They're complaining bitter because some of them could be nursing mothers who have neglected or left their child at home thinking that, at least within the next 30 to 45 minutes or at most 1 hour max, they'll be back home. But at the end of the day, they end up spending hours queuing just to be neglected and be treated biasly. It is not really nice. We'll continue the discussion after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. Most importantly, so just as we were saying before we went on break, usually it ought to be first come first serve, and we get to discover that these persons are being biased in the discharge of their duties, neglecting persons who have been queuing for a long time for persons who are just coming into the hall because of little tips they get from these persons. That's not really good and it's unprofessional. So, having heard all of these complaints, we'd like to make certain recommendations to these firms in a bid to make for better service towards customers and to make them, experience improved, customer service daily basis when people get to visit these banks. So, one of the recommendations is that in order to address the issue of rudeness, nonchalance, arrogance, and all of that associated with bank staffs, would suggest that these banking firms should train and retrain their staffs in a bid to reorient them and help them acquire formal knowledge of how to discharge their duties, and of course to make for better means of rendering good customer service to their customers or to their clients. By reorienting them, they will understand the value of effectively discharging their duties, such that they will make them understand that they don't need to bring in their personal problems or frustrations, or as the case may be, to their workplace, because it will definitely interfere with their level of productivity. Now, another recommendation to the banking sector is that they need to step up their level of technological usage, such that people wouldn't always need to go to the bank to make complaints or get to revisit the bank over and again on a particular issue. So they need to work really hard. They need to step up their game when it comes to the aspect of technology, using technology in a bid to make their workload easier and more effective too. So that way, when people have complaints, they use, they can lay their complaints from their comfort zones through their apps or maybe through their website and get prompt response, because most of the time these persons complain that even when they try to make use of technology in laying their complaints, they don't get response at all. So hence they would still need to visit the bank. So please and please, we need the banking sector to step up their games usage rather, such that it will make for easy and effective rendering of services. Well, last but not the least, people have also complained that they make transactions and they're being debited twice. All of these issues are actually associated with the usage of technology. So stepping up their game in the aspect of technological usage can help to minimize some of these issues for the bankers. Banking organizations also need to cultivate the habit of motivating their staffs. Yes, motivation is the goal. Trust me, when you motivate your staff, when you encourage them, appreciate them for what they are doing, because it's really not easy, staying to attend to over 100 customers daily. You get to talk, you're moving around, you're counting cash, you're doing this, you're doing that. Sometimes you even need to explain to some of these customers who visit the bank, especially the aged ones, or some of those who are not literate enough to understand some of these terms. You get to educate them or help them, put them through on how to go about these things, or to make it easy for them to attend to these persons. So I think they deserve some accolade and some encouragement. So banking firms should make do by encouraging their staffs, motivating them by giving them allowances, give them salary raise, sometimes give them a treat. This would help motivate them to discharge their duties better. It will make them impute more effort and of course do their jobs cheerfully. Now, the more cheerful they do these jobs, the more customer base, increased customer base that these banking sectors would actually experience. So these are many more are some of the things that the banking firms can actually employ to make for better service to customers. So that's all on our show today. That's all on the program Spot It Out, and of course the banking issues. We've been able to talk about a whole lot today, and I'm sure you had a wonderful time with us. Thank you so much for being a part of this program, and it will come your way again next time. I remain Cherish Smiles. Toodles.